This is our trip from Cushendall to Thunder Island. Thunder Island is a private island just south of the Mull of Kintyre. Point-to-point distance just over 20 nautical miles. Plan was to sail on Port Tuck to South Abeam the island, as we had northerly wind, and then use the engine to motor straight towards the island.
Okay.
After an hour sail, we reviewed our progress and noted that we would end up further south abeam than we had hoped. It's spring tide, and there's a strong tidal current in the sound of thunder, and we didn't want to arrive there too late, so we decided to drop the sails and motor straight towards the island. With 2/3 of power setting, the engine gave us 5 knots with a fuel burn of 2.5 liters per hour, which means we get for each liter fuel 2 nautical miles, and I think that's okay.
Change course a wee bit here to get on it.
Now approaching the sound of thunder, the sea is a bit unsteady due to the currents. Slowly motoring towards the anchorage just north of the island. We are one of the last ones to arrive, most yachts are already here. Safely anchored in this beautiful setting. As I mentioned earlier, the island is private and not open to the public. However, our sailing club had been given permission by the owner to visit the island over a weekend, and we had a really good time there.
Hello.
The next morning we departed for Cushendall, motoring initially towards the Mull of Kintyre, northerly direction, to make use of the outflowing tidal currents there. That worked pretty well. Once we were around the island, had course for Cushendall. The wind bucked towards the northwest. It was still okay to head straight for Cushendall on starboard tack, and we had the tidal currents also pushing us in towards the south. set to Genoa and then noted that we got over 4 knots of speed, so that we thought that's fine, we don't use the mainsail. We were happy with that. The autopilot performed really well, keeping excellence on the selected heading with minimal corrections. I'm looking forward to a longer downwind sail. So far it had been always tucking. See how the Cadillac performs more downwind. But that'll be another day. So further out in the North Channel, the sea was a bit choppier, not unexpectedly. Cushion done on the nose and cushion all just left of it. The sea is a lot calmer here as the wind from the northwest is sheltered by the land. Motoring towards our mooring. And there it goes on our port side. Just missed it. But not a problem. This takes control and safely motors us towards it. Please feel free to comment and thank you for watching.